You ever have one of those mornings where you think, just maybe, you'll get to drink your coffee in peace? Then you hear the sound of tires spinning on gravel and realize, nope, the universe has other plans? That was me, perched on my tailgate, holding my favorite mug, when Karen's silver SUV came barreling up and slammed to a stop about 3 inches from the new steel gate I'd just installed. Her face was smashed up against the windshield like some kind of angry owl. Yeah, it was one of those days. Behind her, a line of shiny cars full of people dressed like they were headed to Sandals, not my quiet fishing lake. And let me tell you, it didn't take a genius to figure out where this was going. She launches out of the car, doors swinging wide enough to bounce, shouting, "You can't block community property. Mark, move that gate right now before I call the cops." I'm not even out of my seat yet. I just sip my coffee, point at the bright yellow sign I bolted up earlier, private fishing lake. Trespassers will be prosecuted, and say, "Karen, this lake isn't community property. Your GPS brought you to my driveway. You're welcome to turn around, but you're not coming through." Her guests are staring like they've just been denied entrance to Disneyland, not some little Texas lake. Now, you've got to understand, Karen's the kind of person who treats every argument like a Supreme Court trial. She's clutching her HOA map, heels clicking like a warning. The board approved the lake as a shared amenity, Mark. You can't just put up a gate. I'm ready for it. I hand her a laminated copy of my land deed. Had that thing ready for exactly this moment. She doesn't even look at it. Instead, she waves at her guests. Park anywhere. HOA owns this part anyway. Suddenly doors are opening, people start unloading, and I have to step in again. "You park one tire on my side of the fence, you're trespassing." Sheriff confirmed it yesterday when I registered this gate. Her eyes narrow. She's about to pop. "You call the sheriff? To stop your neighbors from enjoying nature?" I just shrug and smile. Maybe a little too smug, but it's early and I'm not in the mood for games. "No, Karen. To stop people from dumping beer cans and sunscreen in my lake again." That's when I hit the remote. Hydraulic posts hidden in the gravel rise up, block the road like a drawbridge. Karen's halfway through another threat when she just stops, mouth open. "You did not just install security posts." Actually, I did. Cheaper than one of your fines, too. The guests start whispering, cars backing up. The circus is officially in town. Karen's not done. "This isn't over," she shouts, waving her phone like a sword. "I'm calling the police." I shrug, they know the address. 10 minutes later, sure enough, here comes the sheriff, lights flashing, hat tipped back like he's already tired. He's seen this movie before. Karen unloads her whole speech, hands flying. He's blocking community property, harassing my guests. He turns to me. "You got the paperwork?" I hand it over. He schemes, sighs. "This property line extends 50 feet past that tree." Lake's his, not HOA's. Karen stammers, "But the HOA map." He cuts her off. "HOA maps don't override county deeds, ma'am. This is private land." You could feel the silence hit like a slap. One of her guests pipes up. "Is there another lake nearby?" Karen, still not getting it, yells, "No one leaves. We have rights." Sheriff just looks at me. "Want to press trespassing charges?" I see the families, kids with rods. They didn't sign up for this. "Not today," I say, "but next time maybe." Karen's face is beet red as she packs up. "You'll regret this. I'll have the board revoke your permits." I can't help myself. Can't revoke what you never owned. She peels out, trailing dust and humiliation. The lake's quiet again, but if you know anything about folks like Karen, you know that silence is just the eye of the storm. Sure enough, that night, I spot a drone buzzing low over the water. Her brand, naturally, camera pointed right at my dock. I laughed to myself. This was never about a lake. It was about control. The next morning, my phone's blowing up, group chat on fire. Karen's manifesto is posted up, full of accusations, legal-sounding threats, emojis for emphasis. She's even photoshopped a map with a giant red circle that doesn't even match the shoreline, signed approved by HOA President Cararino. People are confused, arguing. Someone posts a popcorn emoji. By noon, there's a notice on my mailbox, special HOA session Friday night, violations and misconduct on the agenda. I show up with Jake, old friend, Ex-board member. Knows the bylaws backward. He grins. She's still trying to claim your lake? This'll be good. Clubhouse is packed. Karen stands up front in a red blazer. PowerPoint blazing. Fake map on display. As you can see, she says, the boundary includes half the lake. This is our right. She's got a whole speech about barriers, hydraulic posts, endangering residents. Audience murmurs. Jake leans over, whispers, she really hates those posts. When she finally calls for action, fine Mark, remove the gate. I walk up, take the clicker, and pull up Jake's copy of the real county map. Surveyed, signed, public record. This lake's private. Always has been. You can check for yourselves. The room goes dead silent. Karen sputters, that map's outdated. Jake laughs. With what authority? You got a clipboard, not county jurisdiction. Someone in the back claps. Then, plot twist, drone footage. Want to see video of Karen charging residents $5 for lake access? I play the clip. Her voice, cash only. HOA appreciates your contribution. The place erupts. Even the quiet board president finally speaks. Karen, did you really collect money for private property access? She's cornered. Fundraiser for maintenance, she mumbles. Where's the record? Silence. Doug turns to me. Mark, you're within your rights. Just don't block the road. Karen snaps. This isn't over, but you can see the power draining right out of her. The days blur. Emails, blurry photos of me menacingly holding a phone, another emergency meeting. Then, the next big stunt, she throws a community lake celebration, banners, balloons, people with fake HOA Community Day tickets, all signed in Comic Sans by Karen President. She's charging again, right on my property. I walk up to her. She's in a sun hat, lemonade in hand. You're trespassing again, Karen. We're celebrating, she sings songs. HOA approved. I shake my head. The HOA can pay for damages then. She laughs. This lake belongs to everyone in spirit. Spirit's not what the deed says. Jake's drone circles overhead. Karen freaks. You can't film without consent. Didn't you just say your drone was for safety? The crowd starts packing up, nervous. That's when the sheriff shows again. He's so tired, he just looks at me. You got the footage? I hand over my phone. He nods. Karen, you're soliciting on private property. That's illegal. She tries to bluff. It's a fundraiser. Where's your permit? She stammers. The sheriff turns to me. Want to press charges? I look at the families. Again, no. Just make sure they leave. As they go, I find her future HOA dock expansion signs, toss them in my truck. But this time, I set a trap, install cameras, label every bit of evidence. Sure enough, she's back late at night, dumping trash and fishing in secret. I call the county environmental office, send footage. County inspectors come, fine her for negligence. Now she's really melting down. She tries building a fence 3 feet inside my line. Brings fake HOA maintenance workers. Jake rolls up with the official blueprint. You're 12 feet over the boundary. Workers walk off. Karen's left raging at the fence. Then comes the official HOA letter, accusing me of everything from hostility to violating unity standards. I just start building a real, solid fence, with Jake holding the flashlight, both of us laughing. The next morning, Karen's there at sunrise, tape measure in hand, arguing clearance. Then, mid-squat, she drops her phone, accidentally steps across my line, and I press record. Careful, that's trespassing. She storms off, but I know that clip will be gold. That afternoon, a legal representative shows up, some guy in a suit, handing me a lawsuit notice for obstructing shared space. I show him the deed. He shrugs. You're in the clear, sir. Good luck. Then the lawsuit comes, thick envelope, gold HOA seal, whole 9 yards. It reads like Karen's greatest hits, obstructing enjoyment, antagonistic behavior, but it's filed in county court. She's not playing anymore. Court day, Jake, my surveyor friend Charles, the judge who looks like she's seen every HOA feud in Texas. Karen's lawyer stammers through historical access arguments, but the judge asks for real documentation. None exists. I hand over the stamped map. Charles testifies. Judge rules. No basis for the HOA's claim. Lake is private. Plaintiff pays defendant's legal fees. Karen turns red, storms out, tires screeching. Jake jokes, that's the sound of a kingdom collapsing. He's not wrong. After the ruling, neighborhood feels different. Quiet, lighter. I throw a barbecue. Invite everyone but Karen. People show. Sheriff even drops by for a burger. The night's easy. Kids running, music playing, laughter rising. Karen stands at the edge of her yard, sunglasses on, arms folded, glaring. She's not in control, not even part of it. For once, people ignore her. When she finally explodes, marching down, yelling about noise ordinances, the sheriff shakes his head. County rules, Karen. Not HOA tantrums. Everyone laughs. She storms off. But she won't stop. Next day, I find a sign by the dock. Future Community Event Space. Her handwriting. Later, she rigs the election, pre-filled ballots, my name marked ineligible. Doug the President demands transparency, opens a ballot, Karen's name pre-marked. Crowd erupts, hand count is done, she loses big. You think you've won, Mark? Without me, this place falls apart. But nobody believes it anymore. Retaliation turns ugly. She cuts the rope to my dock, vandalizes my fence. I catch it all on camera. Sheriff files criminal charges. County fines pile up. Karen goes from queen bee to meme. Photos of her meltdown circulate. HOA queen fined for lake damage. She's entertainment now, not authority. For sale sign appears in her yard. She's moving, but before she goes, one last stunt. She sneaks a crowd in for a night fish, drone buzzing overhead, tries to provoke one last fight. I flip the lights, alarms go off, sprinkler system soaks her as the sheriff rolls in. That video, instant legend. HOA queen meets her Waterloo. When she finally leaves, moving truck on at dawn, it's like a weight lifts. The lake glows, neighbors bring casseroles, nobody's afraid. Doug drops off an envelope. Her fines paid, everything by the book. You did it right, Mark. Jake jokes about turning the place into a fishing lodge. I just want quiet. That night, I get a mug from the neighbors, property of the HOA. It's perfect. The world feels normal again. I see my reflection in the lake, Jake beside me fishing, wind in the trees, and, for the first time in months, no drones, no yelling, just peace. Karen's legend will linger, a cautionary tale for anyone who thinks power comes before respect. The best revenge, as it turns out, isn't about winning. It's about finally, blessedly, hearing nothing but water and wind, right where it belongs. So tell me, where do you draw the line between community and control? Would you have fought back, or let her run wild? Drop your own HOA horror stories below, because if there's one thing I've learned, it's that every neighborhood has a Karen, but not every lake gets its piece. And if you want more justice, you know what to do. Subscribe, share your story, and let's keep this water calm together.